So can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is what we discussed in the last class. So we understood that a random variable is nothing but a real valued function defined on the sample space. It is a real valued function defined on the sample space. So what random variable does, it maps points of the sample space to real numbers. So there is a correspondence between sample points and the real numbers. So from now onwards, instead of describing the events, I said it is sufficient to use the random variable to denote the events, like x equal to x, x greater than x, x1 less than x less than x2. All these equalities or inequalities represents random variables. And I said there are two kinds of random variables: discrete random variable and continuous random variable. Discrete random variable means a random variable which takes finitely many or countably infinitely many values is said to be discrete random variable. Continuous random variable means it is a random variable which can take a value or a range of values, that is said to be continuous random variable. I said example of a continuous random variable is a temperature, room temperature, right? So it can take any value from minus 30 degrees to 30 degrees or minus 100 degrees to 100 degrees. It can take any real number. Okay, so after that I discussed about probability function, which maps values of the random variables to the probabilities. So this probability function is of two types depending upon whether the random variable is discrete or continuous. In case of a discrete random variable, this probability function is called probability mass function. We call it as a probability mass function, PMF, and it is having these properties. Probability mass function can never be negative. It is always greater than or equal to 0. Sum of all probabilities must be 1, and probability that a random variable takes a value x is equal to f of x. So f of x are giving the probability of the random variable which takes the value x. And there is one more definition. I said cumulative probability distribution, cumulative distribution function, or simply distribution function. So which is denoted with capital F of x, which is nothing but sum of the probabilities up to x. If I take capital F of 2, capital F of 2 is f of 0 plus small f of 1 plus f of 2, 3 plus 1 plus 3, 7 by 8. Okay, so in case of a continuous random variable, this probability function is called as a probability density function, and it is having these properties. So like discrete case, f of x is can never be negative, and instead of sigma you will get integration. Okay, the total sum must be 1. In case of continuous, the total integration must be 1. And I said there is no point in asking about probability of a continuous random variable at a single point. I said probability at a single point for a continuous random variable is always 0. Okay, we can only ask what is the probability that x is in between x is in a range. That range can be a finite range or it can be a infinite range. So that can be given by through this density function. Okay, lower limit, whatever you see as a left limit, lower bound is the lower limit, upper bound is going to be the upper limit. So just integrate the density function from a to b, you will get the probability that the random variable is in between a and b. And corresponding to this density function, you have a cumulative distribution function, or distribution function, which is given by capital F of x equal to minus infinity to x f of t dt. I said this is nothing but sum of the probabilities up to x. From minus infinity, it is a sum of the probabilities up to x. Now this value can be given through this cumulative distribution function also. Why? Because see here, if suppose you have a density function like this. Okay, I will use a one note. Okay, Take a density function. Assume that the graph of the density function is like this. Something like this. Okay. So what is the probability that the random variable takes in between A and B is this. I said this is nothing but the integral A to B f of x dx, right? And
Yes.
you know, integral A to B f of x dx is nothing but the area bounded by the curve, and this is the graph of y equal to f of x. This is the graph of y equal to f of x. Okay, and this gives the area between A and B.
A and B.
A and B. Okay. Now, what is capital F of x? What is capital F of B? Capital F of B is minus infinity to B f of x dx.
F of x dx.
Okay, so that means what? The area up to B. And what is capital F of B? Capital F of A. Capital F of A is minus infinity to A.
Minus infinity to A.
Minus infinity to minus infinity to A f of x dx. So that is the area. I'm not able to see this cursor. So that is the area between this from minus infinity to A. So this is minus infinity. Okay. So if I want this area, if I want the area from A to B, that is nothing but minus infinity to B minus area from minus infinity to B minus area from minus infinity to A gives the area between A to B. Am I right? So we can write this integration as capital F of B minus capital F of A. Capital F of B minus capital F of A. Which is capital F is nothing but the cumulative distribution function. Small f is the probability distribution function, which is the density function. Okay. Now, can you tell me the relation between small f and capital F? What is the relation between these two? Now you know the fundamental theorem of integral calculus, right? Integral A to B f of x dx equal to f of B minus f of A means what? What is the relation between small f and capital F? What is capital F called?
Cumulative distribution.
Primitive function. What do you mean by primitive? Derivative of the primitive is the integrand. That means if you differentiate the distribution function, you will get f. You remember, let us say is integral 0 to pi, okay, sin x dx. This is nothing but what? Minus cos x from 0 to pi. This is nothing but minus cos pi minus cos pi plus cos 1. Remember, what is the relation between these two? Derivative of minus cos x is sin x. Am I right? Which is
Yes,
nothing
sir.
but f of pi minus f of 0. F of pi minus f of 0. You remember? You just integrate the function that is called the primitive. Indefinite integral is called the primitive. So what I'm trying to say is the relation between density function and the distribution function is derivative of the distribution function is the density function, or the integral of the density function is the distribution function in case of a continuous random variable. In case of a continuous random variable. Okay, so add that point to your notes. Okay. See the last point. Okay, derivative of the density function is derivative of the distribution function is the density function. For a continuous random variable, probability that the random variable is taking a single point is 0. The total probability must be 1. And read the second point. This is also a very important point. Okay, for the continuous random variable, it doesn't matter we include the endpoints A and B. Probability that A less than or equal to x less than or equal to B is same as probability that A less than x less than or equal to B, which is same as A less than or equal to x less than B, which is same as A less than x less than B. For a continuous random variable, all these are all same because the integration is nothing but the area. Area doesn't change when you add or exclude one line, single line, because area is nothing but the sum of line segments. So if you from infinite lines, if you remove one line, that doesn't matter. Okay. Whereas this matters in case of a discrete random variable. For a discrete random variable, this less than or equal to is very much important. Whether less than equal to is there, less than or equal to inequality is there. Okay, so that is what I have written here. For a continuous random variable, probability that a less than x less than b is same as this one. Okay, all of you remember this. Okay, so now so there are some statistical definitions on the random variable. There are some statistical definitions on the random variable that we will see now. Yes. So first one is called expectation. First one is called, all of you please make a note. All of you write down in your notebook, expectation. Expectation. Okay, so what is the definition of an expectation? Okay, so what is its definition? Where is this cursor? Okay, expectation. Okay, so expectation of a random variable, it is denoted with the e of x. It is denoted with the e of x or mu x or simply mu or simply mu. It is defined as summation for all x into f of x into f of x. What is f of x called? What is f of x called?
Density function. Density function.
See, when I write sigma, how can you say density?
Distribution. Probability mass function.
Probability mass function. When I use sigma means our random variable is a discrete random variable. For a discrete random variable, small f is called probability mass function, I said. Is it okay? Now in case of a continuous random variable, instead of sigma you are going to have integration from minus into infinity x into f of x. X into f of x, where what is x? X is a continuous random variable. X is a continuous random variable. Okay, so that is the definition of expectation. Expectation is nothing but mean. Expectation is nothing but mean. Other name for mean is average. Average or expectation or mean, both are all are same. Okay, so how suppose your random variable, the sample points are having equal probabilities. Suppose the sample points are having equal probabilities. Okay, so let us say these are the x values, these are the f of x values. Okay, so let us, I am writing some values x1, x2, x3 and so on. Let us say xn. Then what will be each probability? Can you tell me? If all the sample points are having same probability, what will be the probability of each value?
1 by n.
1 by n. Because I said sum of the probabilities must be equal. Sum of the probabilities must be equal to 1. When I say sum of the probabilities is equal to 1 and all probabilities are same, let us say this is some y, let us say this is y, this is y and so on, this is y. And I said because f of x is a probability mass function, okay, y plus y plus y and so on plus y must be equal to 1. So n into y is equal to 1 or y equals to 1 by n. Is that okay? So so each probability must be equal to 1 by n. So 1 by n, 1 by n, 1 by n and so on 1 by n. Now tell me what is expectation of this expectation of the random variable x in this case. According to this definition, because it is a discrete random variable, this is sigma xk into x, okay, x into f of x or xk into f of xk. So this is equal to okay, x1 into f of x1 plus x2 into f of x2 plus and so on plus xn into f of xn. Is that okay? So what is f of x1? 1 by
1 by n.
x2 into 1 by n and so on plus xn into 1 by n. Is that okay? Now what is this? x1 plus x2 plus and so on plus xn by n.
1 by n. Mean or average of n numbers.
What kind of mean this is called? You have different mean. Correct. This is called arithmetic mean.
Arithmetic mean.
So arithmetic mean will be special case of this expectation. Do you agree? Arithmetic mean is a special case of expectation when all probabilities are equal. Is this clear to all of you? If all probabilities are equal, then expectation gives the arithmetic mean. Okay, so expectation means mean. It gives the mean values of the random variables. Okay, if that mean values of the random variables becomes arithmetic mean of the random variables if all the probabilities are equal.
Probabilities are equal.
Is that clear? Are you making a note?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here what is the assumption here? Here we assumed that f of x is having f of x is a constant. F of x is constant. So that sum of all probabilities is 1. Now what are the properties of this expectation? What are the properties of this expectation? My only problem with this is I'm not able to see where the cursor is. Otherwise, my OneNote is having very good features. I can use all these options, right? But my problem is where is pointer I'm not able to find out. Okay, so let me add one more page. Okay, so what I'm telling, properties of expectation. Okay, so first one, expectation of what is expectation of k into x? What will be expectation of k into x? When x is a random variable, k into x is also random. What is k? K is a scalar, where k is a constant. How do we define this? Sigma k into value of the random variable. What is the value of the random variable? X into the probability density function, probability mass function of the random variable. So I'm writing this in case of a discrete random variable. If you want to prove these results for a continuous random variable, simply replace sigma with the integration.
Integration.
Is it okay? So it is sufficient for us to understand these properties proofs through sigma. Later you can replace this sigma with the integration. Okay. So this is nothing but sigma k into x f of x. Remember, small f is the, so this can be written as k into sigma x f of x. This is nothing but expectation of x. This is nothing but expectation of x. So expectation of k into x. Expectation of k into x is k into expectation of x. K into expectation of x. Okay. So what will be the next property? What will be expectation of x plus 1? X is a random variable. Okay. Y is a random variable. So what will be expectation of x plus y? This comes under multi-random variable. We are discussing only for a single random variable. So let me rewrite this. So what will be expectation of ax plus b? Expectation of ax plus b. This is summation ax plus b into f of x. This is a into sigma x f of x plus okay. I'll write one more step. I'll just take this summation to each one, and then I will write ax f of x plus sigma b f of x,
sigma bf of x.
b f of x so this is equal to a into sigma x f of x plus b into sigma f of x. So what is a into sigma x f of x?
A into expectation of x.
This is expectation of x. Expectation of x plus what is sigma
B.
f of x? What is
1.
sigma f of x? 1.
1.
Because that is the property of mass function. That is the property of mass function. Sum of all properties must be equal to 1. Okay. So this is a into e of x equal to a into e of x plus b. A into e of x plus b. So second property is this one. A into expectation of ax plus b is equals to a into expectation of x plus b. A into expectation of x plus b. Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So next we'll see other statistical property. Next one is called variance. Variance. So what is the definition of a variance? So again, variance is denoted like this: VAR, variance of x, variance of x. It is also denoted with the sigma square, okay, which is nothing but expectation of x minus mu whole square. Expectation of x minus mu whole square. So what is this definition? In case of a discrete random variable, whenever I say discrete, sigma will come into picture. Okay, you take the value of this random variable, multiply with its probability function. What is the value of this random variable? X, or you may say xk, x minus mu. That is the value of the random variable whole square into the probability mass function of the random variable x, f of x. If x is discrete random
Discrete
variable.
random.
When I say DRV, discrete random variable. In case of a continuous random variable, we have to replace this sigma with the integral from minus infinity to infinity x minus mu whole square into f of x dx, where x is a continuous random variable. X is a continuous random variable. Continuous random variable. Okay. Now, what are its properties? What are the properties of this variance? What are the properties of variance? First one, variance of kx, variance of x plus k, variance of x plus k. What will be variance of x plus k? Okay, so let us see by the definition. Variance of x plus k means what? You can write this as like this, because variance to the random variable x, and here what? How can I write variance for the random variable x plus k? Is it meaningful?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so this can be written as expectation of x plus k whole square, x plus k minus expectation of x plus k whole square. Can you see? In place of x, we are having x plus k.
X plus K.
What is mu? Mu is the mean of x. Here mu is mean of x plus k. Is it okay? Now just expand and simplify and see. Meanwhile, you two can do it on your note, in your notebook. Okay. So when I expand this, what do I get?
నేనేం నాది అవ్వలే ఇంకా నువ్వు దీన్ని నేను తింటాలే పడుతుంది ఒక 40 నిమిషాల దాకా మమ్మీ
Mute yourself. So a minus b whole square is a square minus 2ab plus b square. Okay, so this is expectation of x plus k whole square minus 2 into x plus k into mu x plus k plus mu x plus k whole square. Okay, and I can write this as expectation of x plus k whole square minus 2 times expectation of x plus k into mu x plus k plus expectation of mu x plus k square. Okay. Now can I simplify further? And remember, mu x plus k or mu k, these are all constants. Expectation of a constant is the constant itself. Okay, so you just expand and apply the linearity and you will get the simplification. Okay, so if I do this one, so what do I get? Expectation of x square plus 2xk or 2kx plus k square minus 2 times expectation of x into mu x plus k plus expectation of mu x plus k square, x plus k square. So this is expectation of x square plus 2k into expectation of x plus expectation of constant is constant minus 2 into mu x plus k into expectation of x plus expectation of did I write any mistake? Last one is mu, no?
mu square.
Mu square. Okay, so this is mu square of the random variable x plus k. Okay, so expectation of x square, and what is expectation of x? Expectation of x is mu, no? 2k into mu plus k square minus 2 expectation of x means mu. I'm not able to write 2 mu into mu x plus k plus mu x plus k square. Can we cancel anything? Or did I make any mistake?
Sir, we'll have one more term also.
Where?
K into
Sir,
mu x plus k.
In the minus, huh?
Yes, sir.
Here,
minus 2 into
here,
k into.
here, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I
sir.
this
Yes,
term I did
sir.
not write here.
Yes,
So
Yes, sir.
thanks for telling. So this is going to be minus 2k mu x plus k minus 2k mu x plus k minus 2k mu x plus k, so that I can cancel out some terms. Which one I can cancel?
Sir, no cancellation.
No cancellation.
Hmm.
What do you mean by mu x plus k?
Constant.
Mu x plus k.
Mean of x plus
Ah,
k terms.
mu x plus k means expectation of x plus k, right? Do you agree?
Yes, sir. Yes,
What do
sir.
you mean by expectation of x plus k? E of x plus k, is it? E of x plus k. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
What is the E of x?
Mu.
Mu plus k. So I can replace this mu x plus k with mu plus k. Do you agree or not?
Yes, sir.
So you replace it and simplify, and please tell me here. It is taking some time for me to write here. Can you replace this mu x plus k with mu plus k in the previous expression and simplify? And please tell me the answer. So this can be written as I should not use this one. Expectation of x square minus 2k mu plus k square minus 2 mu into what is mu x plus k? Mu plus k,
Mu plus k.
and this is mu plus k whole square
Expectation of x square minus mu square.
let me write what it is later, minus 2k into mu plus k. Can we cancel out anything?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Minus
Overall,
2k mu plus 2k mu gets cancelled. Okay, minus 2k mu plus 2k mu. Is this minus or plus? This is plus here, right?
yes, sir.
So this one and this one gets cancelled. Plus k square and minus k square gets cancelled. Am I right? So this is E of x square minus 2 mu square minus 2 mu k plus what is this mu x plus k whole square means? Can I write it
Yes,
as
whole
can I write like that?
yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Mu plus k whole square, can I write like that?
Yes,
So
sir.
this is E of x square minus 2 mu square minus 2k mu plus mu square plus k square
Plus
plus 2 mu k. 2 mu k. These two gets cancelled. I think there is
We have another minus k square. Sir.
Yes, sir.
where
Up.
here.
Yes, sir. In second step, we'll get minus 2k. Minus k square.
In the second step,
No, not this, sir. Down.
here. This is minus 2k square. Okay,
So
fine.
minus k.
I understood.
K
So
square.
here, okay, minus k square will get. So minus k square, these two gets cancelled. So what is remaining is e of x square
Mu square.
minus mu square. What do you mean by mu square? E of x square,
E of
e of x whole square.
whole square.
E of x whole square.
Whole square.
Okay. So which is nothing but variance of x. Which is nothing but a variance of x. So from this, what is your understanding?
Variance of x plus constant is variance of x.
Variance of x plus k is equal to variance of x only. And what is variance of x? According to the previous step, e of x square
E of x.
minus e of x whole square. But what is the definition of variance? Which is nothing but the expectation of x minus mu whole square. Okay, so you can take this as a formula. Variance of x, this is the definition. Expectation of x minus mu. Expectation of x minus mu is a definition. Expectation of x square minus e of x whole square is the formula. Okay, sometimes formula will be useful to find out the value of the variance. Okay. So next, just one more. With that, I will conclude. So what is the next property? Variance of kx. Variance of kx. What will be variance of kx? Can we use this formula now? This is expectation of kx minus mu kx
Minus mu
kx whole square.
whole square.
That is the definition, right? So this is according to the formula. This is a formula, no? So that is expectation of the random variable. What is the random variable now? Kx whole square minus expectation of kx whole square. Is that okay?
Yes.
Now what is expectation of kx whole square? Expectation of k square into x square minus expectation of kx, that is k into expectation of x, right? Whole square. Okay, so this is k square into expectation of x square minus k square into e of x whole square. Sorry, e of x whole square. Now take k square common. If I take k square common, what do you get? E of x square minus e of x whole square. What do you mean by e of x square minus e of x whole square?
Variance of
Variance
x.
of x.
Variance of x. Variance of
So what is the next property you are getting? Variance of
Variance.
Kx is equals to
Kx is equal to k
k
square
square into
variance.
variance of x. Again, it is easy to write for me on Zoom whiteboard than this one notebook, because on one notebook your digital pen is not working properly. I'm not able to see this cursor also where it is. Okay, so these are the two important properties. Variance of x plus k equal to variance of x. Variance of x is nothing but expectation of x square minus e of x whole square. Variance of kx equal to k square into variance of x. Okay, so what is the last definition? Problems we'll do tomorrow. Last definition is standard deviation. Standard deviation. What is the definition of standard deviation? It is denoted with the sigma.
Square root
So
of
as you know, sigma is nothing but a square root of
variance.
variance of x. Whether it is a discrete random variable or continuous random variable, if you are asked to find out the standard deviation, you simply find out the variance and take the positive square root. Positive square root is the standard deviation of the random variable. Okay, and these are all measures of central tendency, right? This mean, variance, and standard deviation are the measures of central tendency of the distribution. See, earlier we have seen measures of central tendency for a data. Some discrete data is given, you are able to find out that. But these are all actually associated with random variables and probability distributions. Okay, so expected. So in today's class we have seen some measures of central tendency, which are called expectation, variance, and standard deviation. We have defined this for discrete random variable as well as for continuous random variable, and we have seen some properties of expectation and variance, like expectation of ax plus b equal to a into expectation of x plus b. Expectation of a k into x equal to k into expectation of x. Expectation of a constant is a constant itself. When come to properties of variance, we have seen that variance of x plus k. Variance of x plus k is nothing but variance of x. Variance of x is nothing but expectation of x minus mu whole square, which is e of x square minus e of x whole square. Okay, and variance of kx. Variance of kx equal to k square into variance of x. Okay, so that is what we have done today. So in next class we'll do some problems on this on probability distributions as well as this measures of tendency. Okay, so next class is very important to understand these concepts, because I'm going to solve the problems. I'm going to discuss the problems and whatever the topics that I had discussed in last two classes on random variables in unit 1. Okay, so just go. I will share the notes again today. You please revise. And okay, shall we have a class on Saturday 3rd hour? Yesterday we lost one period, so that this continuity will be over. Okay, so I will take a class on Saturday 3rd period also. Let me take the attendance. Okay, so I'm any doubts? If you have any doubts, you can ask me.